We have all received the Holy Spirit. Jesus gives the Holy Spirit to the apostles, to the disciples during the gospel reading. But we've all received the Holy Spirit during baptism and confirmation. The fullness of the gifts of the Holy Spirit during confirmation. So what does the Holy Spirit do? Well, Jesus, when he gave the Holy Spirit to the disciples, he said, as the Father sent me, so I send you. So he says he's empowering them with the Holy Spirit, just like he was empowered with the Holy Spirit when he started his public ministry, when he was baptized. So likewise, the Holy Spirit empowers us. He strengthens us. The word spirit has three meanings: spirit, wind, or breath. Wind has power, right? As we hear in the first reading, wind has power. The noisy and the strong wind filled the room where the apostles were. Wind has power. That's the power from the Holy Spirit. And wind is also breath, like Jesus breathed on them, giving them new life. So people who are filled with the Holy Spirit are not afraid. They are courageous. They are bold, just like the apostles. Before they received the Holy Spirit, they were in the room, locked with the doors locked for fear of the Jews. After they received the Holy Spirit, they proclaimed the gospel with boldness and courage and zeal, without fear. And that's a sign of the Holy Spirit. Not cowardice or timidity or fear, but boldness, strength, and life. And then another thing that the Holy Spirit does is it appears in fire. Fire sanctifies, purifies, burn away all that does not belong to God. Burn away the sins, the bad habits, so that we may be purified. The Holy Spirit is the holiness of God poured into us so that we may become like God, become like Jesus. So I spent the last 2 weeks with the Norbertine sisters in Tehachapi, right? And they would wake up from midnight. Every midnight they would wake up and they would pray until 1 a.m. And then 5 a.m. they would wake up again to pray. Throughout the day they would pray, and work. These are young women, yet they are courageous. They are bold. They are strong. They are fearless. And they are holy because they are filled with the Holy Spirit. I know some people, when they were living in sin, but then maybe they went on a retreat and received the Holy Spirit and everything changed. They changed their life completely. They turn from former ways. They leave the past behind, the sinful lifestyle behind, and starts to live a holy life. That's the work of the Holy Spirit. That's the fruits of the Holy Spirit too, right? Which is gentleness, joy, peace, love, self-control, goodness. It's the opposite of the flesh, which is dissension, hatred, rivalry, lust, drunkenness, and all those things, because the two oppose. So if we are filled with the Holy Spirit, we will be filled with holiness. And then lastly, the Holy Spirit unifies. With the tongues, people were speaking in different tongues, but everyone understood them in their own language. The Holy Spirit unifies. He is the bond of unity of the Trinity. Even in the gospel reading, Jesus said, receive the Holy Spirit, whose sins you forgive are forgiven them. Meaning, Holy Spirit is about reconciliation, reconciling us with God and with one another. So that's a sign of the Holy Spirit. Unity, forgiveness, oneness, rather than division and rivalry and sin. So today is Pentecost. It's the pouring forth of the Holy Spirit. So we ask the Holy Spirit to come upon us, strengthen us, make us bold, make us courageous, and give us new life, the new life of God, to make us holy, so we that may truly bear witness to Christ in our unity and love and joy.